Thirsty for blood, ferocious, ruthless, and dangerous. Every adjective used to describe the darkest, most terrifying, and antisocial elements of society today can be applied to the Tyrannosaurus rex, commonly known as the T-Rex. The large, bipedal dinosaur is renowned as a prehistoric meat-eating machine, haunting every creature, big and small, that coexisted with it. The key difference is that the T-Rex's bloodthirstiness is driven by instinct and the need to hunt for survival. Here, we're only discussing the T-Rex. Let's see why, despite not being the largest or having the strongest bite force, the Tyrannosaurus rex is still considered one of the most terrifying carnivorous animals of all time. The Tyrannosaurus rex is the most dangerous predator in the 160 million year history of the dinosaur era. The largest and most famous member of this genus is called Tyrannosaurus rex. They appeared about 2.4 million years before the mass extinction event. Luckily for many species, T-Rexes were mainly concentrated in the western part of North America, which was then the island continent of Laramidia. During its over 2 million years of existence, paleontologists believe that there were around 2.5 billion individuals that lived and died over 127,000 generations. In terms of density, you would find a T-Rex every 100 square kilometers. Whether it was sleeping, roaming, or hunting. In a numerical sense, if someone lived at the end of the Cretaceous period, also known as the White Chalk Age, moving about 11.3 kilometers could potentially bring them face to face with a T-Rex. In reality, the number of these creatures could range from 140 million to 42 billion. Nevertheless, these are just rough estimates. There's no doubt that Tyrannosaurus rex was born to hunt and eat meat. They specialized in hunting distant relatives, such as horned dinosaurs, duck-billed dinosaurs, armored dinosaurs, and even small theropod dinosaurs. Let's take a look at how they hunted. Their body structure, strength, and physical abilities were naturally suited for hunting. All it took was catching sight of the 13.5-meter-long shadow, standing at around 3.96 to 4.36 meters, standing fully upright at over 6.5 meters, or hearing the heavy, thunderous footsteps of this colossal meat grinder, weighing between 5 to 7 tons, to terrify other creatures. If you couldn't outrun it, the best strategy was to stay still and wait for death, without struggling, conserving your strength and perhaps reflecting on your life choices. However, if you were feeling particularly brave and strong, you could confront it head-on. Who knows? You might just get lucky and escape. Deep down, many people might think that the T-Rex is the world's largest meat-eating dinosaur, but the truth is they rank third, after the Giganotosaurus in South America and the Spinosaurus, also known as the spine lizard, in North Africa. Since these three species lived millions of years apart and in entirely different habitats separated by thousands of kilometers, they never had a chance to cross paths. To find out which one would win in a battle, one can only guess. Many hypotheses suggest that the T-Rex was an ambush predator. Their acute sense of smell and excellent vision, which was 13 times better than that of an average person, allowed them to detect prey from a considerable distance, up to 6 kilometers. All they needed to do was hide behind a large tree or rock and wait. When the prey came close enough, they would swiftly sprint towards it with powerful leaps from their muscular hind limbs. After using their physical advantage to subdue the prey, the T-Rex would move in, waiting for the right moment to deliver a powerful bite that was 3 times stronger than a lion's and at least 4 times more forceful than a crocodile's to crush the prey's throat. With a skull that was approximately 1.52 meters long and a powerful set of jaws containing 60 sharp banana-sized teeth, each averaging around 20 centimeters in length, with some teeth reaching up to 30.5 centimeters, including the root. The T-Rex could easily penetrate skin, muscle, and crush the bones of its prey like it was eating candy. Evidence of these bites has been found on the fossilized remains of three-horned Triceratops and duck-billed Edmontosaurus dinosaurs. Proving this, of course, it's not uncommon for a T-Rex to brazenly steal prey from other predators when the opportunity arises. Their method of stealing is similar to their normal hunting strategy. First, they use psychological dominance, and then they take advantage of any weaknesses in their opponent to claim their spoils. But that's not enough to sustain their 1,000-pound bodies. Many times, T-Rex had to resort to scavenging to fill their stomachs. So, besides being carnivores, occasionally species living in the same era and region would still witness the sight of these ruthless, infamous predators fervently gnawing on rotting corpses. Due to their exclusive meat diet and lack of dental hygiene, the breath of any T-Rex was extremely foul, and they were prone to oral infections, often referred to as their daily meals. They had a whole slew of advantages and disadvantages. Their substantial weight made it difficult for them to move quickly, let alone run. When walking, the dinosaur's body was almost parallel to the ground, while its heavy, long tail extended straight behind, serving the purpose of maintaining balance. Their short neck and muscular support helped carry their large head wherever they went. The thigh muscles were strong and tapered towards the knees, providing them with the acceleration they needed when necessary. An adult T-Rex's maximum speed was around 17 kilometers per hour, which might be slower than some top predators, but still faster than many of their potential prey. Like many of their relatives, the T-Rex walked on two hind limbs. Compared to their robust hind limbs, their two front limbs were relatively short, only slightly over 1 meter long, and much smaller than their hind limbs, each having two small fingers along with a small wrist bone, indicative of the vestiges of a third finger. In contrast, each hind foot had 3 large toes in front and 1 small toe in the rear. At one point, some researchers associated the T-Rex with scavenging due to their short front limbs. However, biomechanical analyses have revealed the role of their incredibly strong front limbs in gripping and restraining their prey after it had been incapacitated by a lethal bite. The front limbs of a T-Rex had the capacity to lift 199 kilograms, which was more than 3.5 times the equivalent strength of a human. The discovery of subadult Tyrannosaurus rex fossils has allowed scientists to record biological changes in the species, estimate their lifespan, and determine their growth rate. The average lifespan of this fearsome dinosaur was about 28 years. A single generation of T-Rex could last an average of around 19 years. They rarely died young but more often succumbed to mortality after reaching sexual maturity and reproductive capacity. And it was not exempt from the mass extinction event at the end of the Cretaceous-Paleogene period, when the T-Rex disappeared from the Earth approximately 66 million years ago. So, whether they were gigantic, fierce, or mighty like the Tyrannosaurus rex, woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, or colossal ground sloths, they all eventually followed suit and vanished. What we can use to imagine the world of these ancient creatures is now just fossils unearthed by archaeologists. Yet, the more mysterious and enigmatic, the more it drives people to find every means to explore the world of these creatures.